This is Amy, and I am 41 weeks pregnant today. I didn't think I'd still be pregnant at this stage. Can you see my bump? There we go. Oh, there she is. So I didn't do an update for 38, 39 and 40 weeks. One of the reasons I didn't get around to updating is because my house has been full. So at 38 weeks, my mum was due to come on the day I was 39 weeks, but during my 38th week, I woke up in the night. I was having all these surges and was a bit worried that the baby might come early. So my husband drove to Staffordshire and picked up my mum, and I'm really glad she's been with us because she's been amazing, because it is getting quite hard now doing all the mum stuff with Ava, like the school runs and the reading books and the costumes for different days and taking bikes in for bike training, and just like all of it takes up so much space. So having that reassurance and that backup makes a big difference. Also means my husband Taki can go to work and not worry, and it means I'm able to rest. And God bless my mum, things like meals, regular hot meals, turning up, helping out with shopping, helping with laundry. She's just an angel. So all of that was going on at 38 weeks. I had a GP appointment. That was all fine. Blood pressure, urine, everything checked out. And then since 38 weeks, on the Friday, the day before I turned 39 weeks, we did think I might be going into labour. I got these contractions. They came on in the afternoon. They went on till about 10 o'clock at night, and then they did stop. And then ever since then, since I turned 39 weeks, I've been getting contractions and surges and rolls and tightenings, and sometimes they don't last that long, but sometimes they go on for hours and then they just stop. So that's been kind of strange. And I saw the midwife yesterday, and she did say, some women are like that. They just have more Braxton Hicks. My contractions tend to come on, and they're generally not that far apart, and they last quite a long time, but they don't go into established labour. And so we had a chat with her yesterday about how to know when I'm actually in labour, and she sort of said, you'll start off with a crampy feeling sort of here in the lower part of the stomach, and then it's likely to move into the back and then go to the top and push it out, and then start to push down. And then she said the bit where you really need to make sure you're in hospital by is if you feel it in your bum, like you're going to poo, then that's a sign that baby is really coming. So you need to try and have come in to the birth centre before then, looking for contractions that are lasting 45 seconds to a minute, and happening about 3 to 4 times every 10 minutes. So we're waiting for that. We're really hoping I go into spontaneous labour. So today is Saturday, and then I think I've got until Thursday, Friday, and then they would be talking about induction, which she said they'd probably offer me a pessary, which is like a tampon that you have in and you go home, it's 24 hours. And if that doesn't work, there's the gel. But I'm really, really hoping it just comes on its own. I had a sweep yesterday, and funny enough, it's a bit sore down there now, and I'm not sure whether that was the sweep or what, but my midwife also made me up some really lovely aromatherapy oils, which I've enjoyed using. I did go for a reflexology and massage appointment earlier in the week. I think all the different various baby-inducing things that people tell you, we've probably had a go at most of them, but she's just really happy and really comfy, not going anywhere, and still really strong movements. She reacts immediately when I eat and drink something still, which is reassuring that she's moving well. It's just patience, and I think, you're quite up and down, having the right support, I think, makes such a huge difference, because you can feel quite disappointed, then you feel like this baby's never coming, is this happening because I'm not ready for this baby? You know, and everyone's very excited and asking you every day if the baby is coming, and you're like, no, the baby hasn't come. You know, it is like that, and you're trying to go on as normal. I think I'm going to find the school run really, really hard this week. Just because when I walk now, I immediately get contractions. And so I said to the midwife, well, should I just keep going? And she said, not really, because when you stop, the contractions stop, which means it's still a sort of practice warm-up labour, because if you were really in labour, they just wouldn't stop. So don't feel like just because you have a rest or you go to sleep or you sit down, that's what stops you going into labour. But yeah, but anyone else who's overdue, I feel for you. It's tricky. So today I just tried to have like a really nice day with my family. I've been alright with 40 weeks. I think I found 39 weeks really hard, and I don't know if anyone else has experienced this. Like I was thinking, well, I could go into labour at any minute, and I must get all this done, and I was still getting bits and pieces from work coming through, and I just felt really overloaded. And so this week, you know, my 40th week, I really tried to kind of just focus on what I need to achieve for that day, not put too much pressure on myself. I actually have been sleeping better because I think my bump has dropped, which means I haven't had to have, it's been easier to get to sleep, and I haven't had to have quite so many pillows and props to kind of support the sleep. I did have heartburn just one time last week. Was that in my 38th week or 39th? In my 39th week. And I've never had heartburn. I've had, you know, like I have pregnancy sickness, so I've been sick still quite a few times, but I've never had heartburn in the night, and it was horrible. And like I spoke to my mum, I spoke to the midwife, and just did a few things to try and counteract it the next day, and I haven't had it since, and I hope I never have it again. It was awful, but I think I've had every possible pregnancy symptom I can have over the last few weeks. You know, I've had cramping, heartburn, sickness, tiredness, feeling emotional, slightly swollen, like my feet went slightly swollen, not too bad, I managed to get them back down, Braxton Hicks, nausea, fatigue, what else can you have? Like, just like everything. But it doesn't last very long, and you just have to try and get through it. And I know the baby is coming. Like the midwife said to me, by next weekend, Saturday probably, or Sunday at the latest. So that's, you know, today's Saturday, so looking at next weekend, you will have your baby. But I don't know, I can remember thinking about this today, but like, you just almost can't quite believe it's going to happen. Like, you've been waiting for it so long, you can't quite envisage it. And yeah, I'm just really hoping to get through this week okay. I've been doing like some hand expressing to try and stimulate things, just everything really. But the baby is staying put. I mean, sit on my bouncy ball. Thank God for the bouncy ball, because when it goes all a bit sore and tense, it's actually the least pressure. But there have been times when I think I've nearly fallen asleep on the ball, and I've had to get off because I was just gonna, you know, like my eyes have been going. I've been coming off it. It's been a bit annoying that the weather has been rubbish. It's been raining so much in London. Every weekend for the last 4 weekends we've had different storms with different names, which makes it really hard to get out. And for me, like I love going out. I love going for a walk. We've taken Ava out on her bike quite a few times. Had lots of Braxton Hicks by the River Thames, hanging on to the railings, doing deep breathing, watching the water go in and out. It's just been nuts. But the midwife did say to me, you know, this, you know, for me, I think this will be the last time I'm ever pregnant. Try and enjoy it. Do the things with your family that you won't be able to do for a while. You know, take this time to kind of slow down and nurture yourself. So, trying to do all that. And yoga still really, really helps, and hypnobirthing and breathing still really helps. I think food helps more than anything, which is why I'm so lucky to have my mum and Taki for like, I don't think I've done anything domestic apart from a bit of laundry, just a little bit of cleaning and making beds and stuff, but not much. which has been nice. But how are you? Are you going through this? Have you been someone who's overdue? How did you cope? And yeah, it's a crazy time, but like a special time, I suppose, as well, waiting for your baby. Almost there. So hopefully this will be my last diary update. I hope so. Anyway, bye.